Good night, fellow punchers. The clock on the wall says 9:42 on Monday night. I'm here by the banks of the Lee in Langerland in Cork City in the Imperial Hotel, where Michael Collins stayed a long time ago for a couple of nights before he got ambushed. I hope the same fate doesn't befall us tomorrow as we depart for the Royal County. We're staying in the Dunboyne Castle Hotel tomorrow night in Dunboyne, and that'll be it. The next day it's departure for Scotland, Belfast and America for the gang. Good trip, great trip. We were in Kinmare yesterday, the Torque Waterfall, Muckross House, fed the ducks and pigeons in Ross Castle yesterday morning, and we finished up at Celtic Steps last night from 8:30 to 10:15, and they thoroughly enjoyed the show. I got a shout out for them as well from Dublin, Ohio. The 8 of them didn't get time to give their names, but they were pleasantly surprised that I got that done with Sean. And then the golf was going well for Rory McIlroy at the time. I seen he was 3 shots up on the back 9. So I went to, where to go? Pub on High Street there. Can't think of it. It's not Courtney's. People will know it. Watched the golf and seen Rory losing by a shot. Had 2 pints. That's why I didn't get a video done, and had no time this morning because I was out of tachograph, roll, paper. So I was trying to source that, which I didn't do until midday, and had no time to do a video this morning. I put up 2 horses in the description, both heavily punted all day. One went off favourite, and went against Whimsy because I thought the doubt was that distance wouldn't stay the 1-6. I thought the horse that won a couple of times over a couple of mile over jumps would be out in front. Marquand, dire ride, I thought. The other one got first run. I think if I can't understand the tactics of that. It's baffling to make it a test of stamina for a dubious stare. Although it had stayed behind a horse that won before. And Striking Din was gambled on as well, went off favourite, and went 4-6 and running at one point. And I don't know, was it the ground or what? But what looked like 2 good picks early in the day turned out to be 2 not so good picks. We're in Kinmare yesterday, and a man put up in a car, Declan Ryan from Offaly. He said he watches the channel every night. Can't remember the town. I wrote it down, or didn't I write it down? I didn't write it down on my sheet here. He's living in Kinmare, I think 25 years. What brought him down? Love. Colleen Jas Allen, and he said he's a brother of Ollie Ryan, who's involved or owns One Cool Poet. That won 3 times or 4 times, was it, in Galway? 3 times one week, a few years ago. Good Hershey man. He mentioned some other body in Kinmare that follows the channel, and of course the memory, when I didn't write it down straight away, forgot about it. On to tomorrow in Ascot. I went through every race the last couple hours. I went for the dinner this evening to Clancy's on Princess Street. Had fish and chips, excellent. But what wasn't excellent was the staff, the service. Brutal, I'd call it. And I'm not one to complain too often about people, but it was absolutely cat. Sat down, and it was about 7 or 8 minutes. A guy walked up and down 5 or 6 times. Never even gave the time of day. Never spoke, nothing. And he was bringing stuff to 2 other tables. But I had fish and chips. I asked for a menu for the dessert menu. Waited 8 minutes. Because she said 2 seconds. I wouldn't mind. She had left them down just on a table one side. All she had to do was hand them over to me. 8 minutes I waited. So I said, I have to go. It was nearly 7 o'clock. And I just said as I was paying, he said, how was everything? I said, meal was great, service brutal. What was wrong with it? And I said, well, 2 seconds isn't 8 minutes. And I said that I travel a lot and I give a fair assessment all the time, and just was not happy. So he said that they were trying to get other things, they were getting the girls set up to go and play music. But he said, can I get it for you now? And I said, no, thank you, gotta go. So I wouldn't be bringing in anybody to there again, especially people that's looking for drinks and good service. You couldn't do it. Anyway, I told him he'd want to brush up and tell the staff as well to brush up a bit. Anyway, tomorrow, Ascot. I know a couple of people said lately about that I was given too many tips at meetings, but on the big meetings, I go through every race, and you pick whatever you want, and what you don't like is up to you. That's the way I started off a couple of years ago at all the big meetings, and that's the way I'm going to continue, whether it's right or wrong, or whether it's the right thing to do or not. But anyway, tomorrow, the Queen Anne, always a good race to start off. The French horse's favourite. We have a horse that we backed in the Lockhinge, Charyn, and I'm going to go again with Charyn. We were unlucky that day a bit because it was only one audience back from 50s into, what was it, 22s or something, got first run on it, and it was only one that closed ground. And it has improved a good bit, I think, since last year, because it was third to Paddington in the St. James's Palace. If we look at it here, we pick it up, audience got a freebie up front.
Audience, Robert Havlin out in front here at the furlong pole. Charyn is the only one who can give chase now. Witch Hunter's moved into third position. Its audience showing in front 2 or 3 lengths ahead. Charyn in second position. Audience still with a 2-length advantage. Audience has made on in a sharp win in the Outer Cab. And Lockins to Charyn and Witch Hunter inspiring.
It seems to have improved a good bit this year and doesn't be out of the money too often. It was placed in the, as I said, in the third in the James's Palace last year. Seems to have improved this year when I listed race a Group 2, and we're going to go again tomorrow with Charyn. French horse is, well, I liked the 4-year-old angle as well, and if you look at it, French horse is 5, even though it's rated higher, but all the 4-year-olds that has won it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of the last 7 has been 4-year-olds. So it's a fairly good stat that. So we're sticking with Charyn tomorrow in the first. In the Coventry Stakes, I mean, what forum do you go by? I went on a horse that the actor by Harry Angel. If you look at the form of this race, in Newmarket, and it was won in a fairly decent time to it. I think it was 59 and change. Tropical Storm won since, Quadra won since, Mr. Chaplin won since. This one didn't win. This one won Symbol of Honour, and even the one that was way back won in Haydock. So all of the horses bar one have won since. So I'm a forum man and a stats man, so that's what I'm going with. Where are we here? This is the Newmarket race, isn't it? This is the actor here in the yellow with the blue or the black dots.
Tropical Storm, who's racing there in second. A length then back to find Mr. Chaplin, followed then by Al Qudra, the actor trying to come into it. Symbol of Honour trying to get rolling, and the back marker is Yerug. Into the dip they head, and it's now Tropical Storm who claims the advantage over Saxonia. Al Qudra begins to motor far side, near side, the actor coming right into it now as they rise the hill to the final half furlong. Tropical Storm, the actor pressing all the way toward the line. The actor beginning to get up. The actor, Tropical Storm. The actor from Tropical Storm. Al Kudra back in third. Then Mr. Chaplin.
I think the second and third actually hosed up the next time as well. That brings us on to 3:45. Where are we here? 3:45. I hadn't that organised. I thought I had. The King Charles the Third Stakes for the first time. Just be the King's Stand. Big Evs that won in the Breeders' Cup is a 3-year-old. A 3-year-old actually won it last year, Bradsell. And you have to go back then to Lady Aurelia, the Wesley Ward American trained horse. And Gold Dream was a 3-year-old, so it can be done. I'm going for a foreigner. I'm going for that Australian horse. That's him here as we pick it up. And Living the Dream is out in
To
front.
Equality on the right. Asfoora, the light blue down the centre in company with 7 questions in red. Road Lightning, the extreme left, beginning to make progress. Beautiful Diamond in yellow colours still there. At the furlong pole, Living the Dream, Asfoora. Between the pair is Kurdos now. Equality behind these, and then comes 7 questions. A half furlong to go. Black colours, Kurdos. The pink colours, Living the Dream. This pair, and it's Kurdos and Richard King's going to win. To Live in the Dream, 7 questions as for a road.
Of all the horses I've seen running lately that look to be desperately in need of a run, I think there's that lad. It's sort of highly rated down under. Any Australian watching, give an opinion on what you think of that horse tomorrow. We'll touch base with a cousin of mine that's involved in horses down in Melbourne. See what he thinks, but it's an each way play, and Oisin Murphy is taking the ride tomorrow. Just your man gave no effort at all in the saddle. That was riding him the last time, but he's 8-1 in places, 7.5 6s. We're paying 4 places. Asfoora leads us to the 4:25. I thought I'd these set up better. The St. James's Palace. The winners of the English, Irish and French guineas are running here. Notable speech. I'm going to go take a chance with Aidan O'Brien, Henry Longfellow. I don't think they weren't too busy on it the last year, and I think the ground was soft in France as well. It showed that he was 8 of 6. Very soft, it says there. But he wasn't too busy on him. When the chance was over, he sort of accepted it, as he often does.
On Pushkin trying to get into contention, and also Dancing Gemini with the orange cap is finishing strongly. Ramadan Alcantor, the grade of Metropolitan, joining him Dancing Gemini. Here's Diego Velasquez on the outside. Metropolitan though has won from Dancing Gemini, and second Alcantor. Diego.
You'd have to think there was another bit under the bonnet. I think he'll turn the tables with the winner. Rosalian seemed to improve for the second run in winning the Irish. I can't go to 5-4 shot, so I'm going with Henry Longfellow. Leads us to the 5:05. We have a couple of horses in this that won for us the last time, actually. We have Divine Comedy, who won the last time, and it was gambled on from 6s or 8s, wasn't it, into favouritism, hosed up, but the ground was soft that day, and that's the reason I picked it. That 88 went up £9 for that. The other one that won for us the last day is Pledge of Allegiance. A 4-year-old hasn't won this in a long time, so that's that. If this was a regular race, I'd give either of them a shot tomorrow. I'd give a better chance to Pledge of Allegiance, actually, to be in the first 5. I see there were a couple of bookies paying 7. Four-year-old last won it in 2009. Judge the Moment for Jane Chapel-Heim. So that's a good while ago. So 4-year-olds, even the horse that I'm selecting tomorrow finished second as a 4-year-old 2 years ago, and that's Pied Piper. The only thing about it is it's Mr. Spencer. So Mr. Spencer, if you're watching in, get the finger out tomorrow and don't leave it so late. Hasn't been seen since the county hurler went as third on unsuitable ground, thought to absurd. To second in the Cesarovich, as you can see there, to the shunter last over 2-2, so the distance won't be a problem. So second in this race in 2022, wasn't it? Oh, one of that day. Coltrane, wasn't it? That was the day we were on Coltrane at 14-1. No. It was 6 that day. What am I talking about? Did I read that wrong? Or am I at the wrong year? Six to Coltrane. Anyway, I'm picking it tomorrow anyway. I don't know if it'll screw up or not there. I'll have to double check that. Pledge of Allegiance would be an each way play for anyone that back to the last day. And then the 540. A horse that won for us the last day as well, Botanical. Each way bet on it. Lightly raced. Won twice, 2 seconds and a third last year. 5-2 favourite. I can't remember what price we backed it at. This was at York.
Law Protector, the noseband runner on the outside. Theme Park being urged along. So too is Barley, with Carsid making up some ground. Looking for a run behind them on the inside is Majestic, with Epic Poet on the far side. Andaleep's got an awful lot to do. So too is Kitsune Power. They're inside the final quarter mile here in the Knights Elizabeth handicap. And it's a 4-way go, because on the inside Botanical is throwing down his challenge. He's got an advantage now under James Doyle. King's Code in second. Then Kittal and Loyal Touch. Botanical is extending here like a really useful horse in the closing stages, and it's a big comeback for the 4-year-old. Botanical readily wins the Knights Solicitors by about 3 lengths. In second place then was King's Code.
He went up £7 for that. He was, I think, wasn't he 100 that day? He has to improve again. 97, he went up £10. He has to improve again because he's £7 behind Israel. But if he improves again, he's a 4-year-old. Lightly raced. Buick in the bike. 4-year-olds haven't that good of a record in the last year. So a winner in 2000 and 21, 2018, and I won 3 in a row then back there, 16, 15 and 14. On to the last one. Bus horse going in this as well. A Piece of Heaven. Beat Whimsy the last day. I thought Whimsy wouldn't stay the 1-6 today, that's why I was again it. Bellaccio won in a hurdle race, but the horse that was second to it, Starcross Lover, that we were big on the other day, to win big for us the other day, that let down that form if you take that angle. Willie always does well in the flat races in Ascot. Vauban won it last year. That's going for the Gold Cup this year, I believe. But A Piece of Heaven with Anya O'Connor in the plate, absolutely
front of Whimsy and Bold Approach, continuing clear of the name's Jock, who's staying on in the middle of the track. Then Tunes of Vader and the Black Tiger, another ways well back in the rock, and then Reina Del Mar. But there's none going better than the one in front. A Piece of Heaven and Anya O'Connor offered some rain and kicks away from Whimsy and Bold Approach. They're in a scrap for the second and third, but it is A Piece of Heaven and Anya O'Connor making every inch of the running to score readily from Whimsy, Bold Approach, and then Reina Del Mar.
It has changed yards since. It's gone to Joseph O'Brien now. So Dylan Brown McMonigal is in the bike tomorrow. It used to be with Barry Fitzgerald. Barry is training in Aiden's, the brothers' yard now. I think there's over 300,000 to sold for. It fell out with whoever was in the yard. So that was 7s earlier. It's into 11 to 2. So they're the selections tomorrow at Ascot. I haven't my hat with the issue, but yes, I had it left out to bring and I forgot it. And I was in a place today on, what do you call it, Molly. God, my memory's gone. The place outside Kinmare, heading for Glengariff. I love that road. We went that way today. It's a great road to go on. And I was to buy a hat to wear tonight for the week, but I didn't buy one. Maybe I'll come across one tomorrow. Anyway, Bash the Bookies over and out.